Hi, Miss Wolf-Sorokin. I'm Maddie Nagler from the Sagamore. Is this an okay time?
Maddie, of course. I got your email. I'm so excited to be interviewed.
Thank you so much for meeting with me.
No,
Thank
of course.
you.
I would love to be interviewed.
Is it okay if I record this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. I appreciate you asking permission, too.
Thank you. I know it's really important.
Thanks.
So my first question is, I know that you're a new teacher to the school. This is my new teacher feature, and I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your background and where you're from and where you have your teaching experience.
Oh, absolutely. So this article, it's all just like a feature on me. I was a little confused based on what this article is going to be about.
Right, so we're interviewing every new teacher at the school and kind of just giving them a little bit of a highlight in the Sagamore, our student-run newspaper. So just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your background.
Thank you. I'm so touched. So I grew up in Denver, Colorado. I was a big skier growing up. It was pretty fun. We'd go up on the weekends, had really close relationships with my family and all my friends in Denver, and really felt like I had a community there. And then I left and I went to college out in New York at NYU. And Denver's a city, but New York is just so different than Denver, and I loved it and I hated it at the same time. But I felt this seeing in society, there was this inequality, and I felt like the inequality stemmed from the beginning and from education, and the fact that certain kids were starting higher off based on where they lived, based on what schools they could attend, based on their family's educational experience, and that just didn't seem right to me. It was the birth lottery. I felt like you don't choose what family you're born into, but that still affected so many things down the line, and I wanted to be able to have a change on that and kind of make an effect on society and hope to make the world a more equitable place. So I did Teach for America, and I was down in Alabama, in Birmingham, and then I moved to Boston and I went to the School of Education at Harvard, and then I actually had a teaching job in Newton as I was like a long-term sub for last year in a 9th grade history class, and this year I got my job here at the high school.
Awesome, thank you. My second question is, what subject will you be teaching?
Great question. So I am a history teacher, but what I think is sometimes like more interesting than just history and learning about England in 1904 is about how events in the past affect the present day and how they're going to affect the future. But like I said, I'm also so interested and passionate to change the way that society is systemically, I believe, not letting certain people achieve their greatness. So I'm interested in eventually joining maybe the Steps to Success program and being part of that, or maybe the ACE program. And I'm really interested in just being able to help in programs that are trying to create a more equitable society. I'm also working in the social studies. It's called the Help Center, before and after school. So I find that really a great experience, and I'm getting to meet new kids too, and I like that. But I know, have you met Mr. Lenny Lebenzon?
Oh, I have, briefly, yes.
The college counselor.
Sure.
So I feel like sometimes people that really need college counselors and information don't have access to it because of money and transportation and so many things. So I'm wondering if there's a way we can create more college counseling support services at the high school for free.
Oh, very cool. My third question is, I'm wondering if you felt welcomed by the other staff members so far.
So welcomed, absolutely. What every teacher here has is a new teacher is mentored by a returning staff member, and that's just been so great. I really love that relationship. They've been able to help guide me through some of the new things. From the moment I stepped in here, I knew it was a really transformative and welcoming environment. The high school I went to back in Denver, it was a liberal school, but we didn't have days dedicated to courageous conversation or day of dialogue, and I think that really speaks to who the people at the high school are and what the community is.
Very cool. So I know you mentioned a lot about how you're very into reform and creating change, and I'm wondering if you have any extracurriculars or hobbies that you do that maybe involve reform and change as well.
So I don't know if this completely is reform and change, but actually in high school I started volunteering at a suicide hotline out in Denver, and it was an incredible experience for me. And then when I went to NYU, I obviously couldn't continue volunteering at the one in Denver, but the organization, it's a huge organization. They have satellite offices in so many cities across the country, so volunteered at the one in New York. And then when I came to Boston, I still do that. So every Thursday evening I volunteer at a crisis hotline, and I find that really important. And I think that is more of immediate aid and not systemic change over time, but still feels important to me. And besides that, I'm not doing a ton of extra stuff. I'm trying to get up into the mountains maybe once a month and just getting to know the city and my new life here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Of course, and is it possible I can, see the article before it goes up?
I'm sorry, it's our policy that you cannot, but as soon as it goes up, you absolutely can. If you have any
Thank
questions,
you.
just let me know.
Of course.
So nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Great to meet you.
Have a good day.
You too.